let's talk about those two top guys. I guess we'll start with Mobley. He's 14.6, 8 boards, 2.5 assists, 1.6 blocks. He does not look like a rookie out there. Defensively, he looks like the best player on the floor. Sometimes he just looks wise beyond his years. He's gonna fill out that body, and he looks like just a steal going where he did in the draft. He could have gone one. It looks like.
Yeah, and he's probably one of the best rookie defenders that we've seen. His ability to switch and his ability to play power forward,
Yeah.
which we just didn't think he could do, is amazing. And we got to give credit to the Cavs. Like they knew this guy had to play power forward because he's too skinny to bang down low. They gave the money to Jared Allen, uh, which has worked out for them. Sadly, their season is probably thrown away because of injury. So it's tough because Sexton's injured for the whole season. Now you got Mobley missing 2 to 3 weeks. So the Cavs that are having all this momentum is kind of
Mm-hmm.
done. But we can't take away from Evan Mobley. He's just been I would say an elite defender.
Yeah.
If there was like an all NBA third team for defense, he would probably be a favorite to make that like all NBA third team
As of right now, yeah, for
for
sure.
defense. And I wouldn't even argue that he might make the all NBA second team for defense, the one that actually exists. Yeah, he might actually make it. So yeah, he's just been that good of a defender. It's crazy to
Mm-hmm.
see a rookie come in and have that defensive impact.
Mm-hmm.
And his shot, like, yes, he's only making 0.5 threes a game, but he was like the last 2 weeks pre-injury, he was making 1.2. So he is shooting more, but he's not like relying on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He's
Like, we see
willing to shoot the
players,
three. Yeah.
yeah, that's the perfect way to put it. Because it's not like an Anthony Davis who kind of just you're like, oh man, 80, go to the paint and stuff like that. He kind of takes it here and there, drives in, does everything for the team. I hope this injury doesn't impact him too much and he can come back and play quickly, but also with the Cavs season being kind of in ropes, maybe take a longer rest time.
I think Anthony Davis is like we were comparing him to
Perfect
him
comp.
at the draft. Perfect comp,
Yeah.
body wise, skill wise. Like he has that passing ability, that basketball IQ. He's kind of like he has point guard skills, and like you said, he can switch any position. Really, he's playing the power forward right now, but if he bulks up, he'll be able to play the five and still switch on to smaller guys, which is just crazy.
Imagine if he actually had like a small forward rather
Yeah,
than like Dean Wade and
Coro.
like Lowry Markkinen, like actually had like someone who could shoot and play
Yeah,
defense at the three rather than a big 7-footer at the
yeah.
three, which is what the Cavs are doing. Yeah, I like this team now with Evan Mobley, with Jared Allen, with Garland, that big three of young guys. Then you can have Sexton moved, you could have Lowry moved in the future. I would do it. I like it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be
Hmm.
interesting to see
Yeah.
what happens with this team.
Okay, let's talk about Scottie Barnes because Scottie
Yeah.
Barnes looks like the biggest steal in the draft. Uh, going at 15 points, 8 boards, 3 assists. He's shooting 49% from the field. The defense has been there. I think, like you said, he has been slowing down a little bit, but I don't know if it's his fault. He just like hasn't been since Siakam came back. He hasn't been getting the shots that he was getting, pre Siakam.
And
And I
he's
think,
still and he's
yeah,
still making that impact on the offensive end. Even
yeah,
though, yeah, we see the points go from 14.9 for the last 2 weeks to 11.9. But the assists have went up to 4.3 in the last week. It was 4.7, right? So he's playmaking more. He sees more open guys. He's getting the ball in. And I don't know if this is really like slowing down or, people are just adjusting to him, learning, okay,
yeah,
this is a kid that we have to guard. It's a guy that can actually put the ball in the net. It's not someone who's going to score like 7, 8 points. It's actually Scottie Barnes. They know who he is now. They know the
yeah,
scouting report for him, like a lot of casual fans now. Like everyone knows Scottie Barnes, so the teams, and he gets guarded a little more. And he's just going to be able to adjust to that. And I think the Raptors team is enough help to help him adjust to that. And I think he'll be back there. And I think he is the favorite to win Rookie of the Year just because he's already had a great start. He's still playing great, like 10, 7, 5, almost a steal. And he's shooting 36% right now, which is his worst shooting for the whole season. So that's going to improve and the points are going to go up again.
hmm
So he's still playing great. He's still playing amazing defense. We talked about Mobley's defense. Scottie Barnes' defense has been pretty amazing as well. We seen him against that KD game where he had like 5 steals.
oh yeah,
He was just in the passing lanes doing everything. Once he's able to just get more freedom with this roster, which I think will make the adjustments in the offseason, he's definitely going to be a future superstar.
100%. Like coming in, I think both of us didn't think he had this level of skill offensively. Like
Right away. Yeah.
that mid range like little pull up that he has, he's pretty money with
Amazing.
that. I didn't think he had that. Now the three still isn't there, but he has the touch from the free throw line. He has the touch from the mid range. So I think his range will eventually extend back there. And you're right about early in the season, no one knew he had this kind of skill. It seems like he just added these things in the offseason since the college season ended. I mean, and it was like, yeah, we don't need to guard this guy. And he's like, oh, wait, he can hit this mid range thing. He can beat us in the post. He can cut off the ball, do all this stuff, make good passes. And now they're kind of adjusting. And it's just going to take some time for him to get like run some actual plays for him. He was just getting these 20-point games without a single play being ran for him the whole game, right? So now that Siakam's back and the roster's a little bit in flux, once he starts getting some plays called for him, I think he will up that efficiency and up that scoring. So I'm not worried about that whatsoever. And he just looks like a home run pick in terms of what kind of teammate he is, what he does. Like he plays just as hard, even if not more hard off the ball and smarter off the ball than he does with it. And the defense, like you said, he looks like a future All-NBA defender.
Yeah, and for Raptors fans who are kind of like in the 2K scene, we also got Flight Reacts. He's probably the biggest 2K streamer. He always shouts out Scottie Barnes now and then. That's good to see for the young kids because that's definitely going to help Scottie Barnes, career because he's going to get a lot more fans for it. Because like Rudy Gobert, like him calling Rudy Gobert his nickname Gobert or whatever, and then Rudy Gobert having to shout out Flight, like that helped Rudy Gobert get a little more popularity. Even Giannis Antetokounmpo, even Curry, like Curry's comments are filled with the Flight meme that look at Curry, man, right?
Yeah.
And then even Antetokounmpo's comments for a little while was filled with the Flight meme. Oh, you're 11-11 or whatever, something like that, right? Some ridiculous height. So hopefully Flight Reacts helps Scottie Barnes get some more fans. We know Drake's helping him with that, that picture when he just got drafted, that helped him. Obviously his plays helping him because he's on favorite to win Rookie of the Year, but Scottie Barnes just looks like he's going to be a league favorite with a lot of fans, a great Rookie of the Year, and a future superstar, man. Can't be more happy than have him in Toronto.
Yeah, I know. And the Toronto, like if you're not in part of the Toronto Raptors media bubble kind of thing that we are, like always seeing the tweets and stuff, like you might not realize just how much Raptors fans love Scottie Barnes, but it makes me happy to see that the rest of the league, he's not just like a Toronto secret, right? The rest of the league recognizes how good he is and they see him on the stage and they see him guarding KD, guarding James Harden. We were at that game in person and we saw that in person. So, and KD after the game was like, this guy's what, 19, 20? That's pretty crazy. So if you're getting praise like that from KD, like you can't take that lightly.
Yeah, and the only reason we mentioned like all these other sources of the media finally giving a Raptors players attention is because we see players like Kyle Lowry who's doing what he's been doing.
Oh, Kyle Lowry is a really good point guard. Like, oh wow, what a surprise.
People are saying he should win MIP. Some Miami Heat fans, even though he's been doing this his whole career and he has a Hall of Fame potential shot. They're saying he should win MIP. People are saying DeMar DeRozan is having his best year of all time. He's having a great year of all time, but people forget he averaged 25 for us.
Not his career high in points.
No, it's not
his career high.
But this is why we're saying we're finally happy that outside of the Raptors media, this rookie is also getting love because we haven't seen that happen. The only time we've seen it happen is Kawhi Leonard and Vince Carter. Other than that, like players like DeMar DeRozan was a gem. Players like Chris Bosh. I don't know how people didn't realize that, but he was a gem. Players like Kyle Lowry. And I'm obviously real NBA fans who watch NBA a lot are going to know these guys, but the casual fans didn't know them. And now the casual fans know them, in Chicago and Miami when Bosh went to the Heatles, all that stuff. But Scottie Barnes could seem like a VC Kawhi guy who gets love even when he's in Toronto.
Exactly. Like day one, he doesn't have to fight for that outside media attention. He's got it. And it's
good to see.
Exciting to see what the rest of that career looks like. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here so you never miss the best clips from Stretch the Floor. Hit the links in the description below to find us on all podcast platforms and follow us on Instagram.